Hey everyone, welcome back to the Board Journalist. Thank you for having an informal chat with me while I just discuss different topics, things that I see on the news or in the blogs. So today we're going to talk about Yolanda Saldivar and her parole getting denied. So nearly 30 years after the tragic murder of Selena Quintanilla, her killer Yolanda Saldivar has once again been denied parole. Fans of the Queen of Tejano music are reacting to the decision, some calling it justice, while others question whether she should ever walk. Let's break it down. So in 1995, Selena was at the height of her career when she was tragically shot and killed by Yolanda Saldivar. She was the president of her fan club. Saldivar was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years, leaving many wondering if she would ever be released. Now in 2025, Saldivar's parole request has been officially denied. The Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles cited the severity of her crime and ongoing public safety concerns as reasons for their decision. For Selena's fans and family, this is a victory, ensuring that justice remains served. Fans have taken to social media celebrating the ruling and reaffirming Selena's lasting legacy. While Saldivar will have another chance to apply for parole in the future, it's clear that many believe she should remain behind bars for good. So for context, I grew up in Texas. I was just a little black girl living in Texas when this happened. Unfortunately, I didn't know who Selena was until she died. Her album was everywhere, so I didn't have a choice but to, get to know who she was. I've always felt like she had a beautiful voice. There's never been a song, whether I don't understand it, whether it's in English or Spanish, it's all beautiful to me. To me, music is just good music. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter your race. If you are charismatic and you have a great voice, everybody loves music. Everybody has to listen to music. But needless to say, I do remember this story being everywhere, and I was just so taken aback because, they wanted Yolanda's head. I remember watching so many interviews with her. I remember watching the behind the music of Selena. Just over the years, I've always kept up with this story because it's just so sad. Death comes for everyone, right? And it's sad, but it's even sadder when it's a young person who didn't get to live out their dreams. It's even sadder when a person is cut down at the height of her career. I felt like Selena wasn't even at the height. I felt like she was just getting started. The older that I get, you just realize your 20s go by so quick, so fast. So it's just such a sad, unfortunate story. I'm going to play one interview that I was watching.
First impression, what do you remember thinking or feeling that first time you met her?
Well, Selena had, she had an aura of attracting you to her. When she would perform, she would draw you to dance with her. She wanted you to feel what she was feeling. And so it draw you to that. And maybe I was feeling like her. Maybe I was feeling down. Maybe I was feeling depressed. Maybe I was feeling joyful. She brought you into that. The first time I met her was in Desperado nightclub in San Antonio. She was very friendly, she wasn't telling me, Miss Yolanda or Yolanda. She says, hey, friend. And she would just pat you in the back or just laugh about anything and everything. And I said to myself, this girl doesn't even know me. And look at the way she treats me. And she kind of eased my worry a little bit and just embraced me. We became friends. Selena, when she came into the room, she kept trying to put guilt in me for not continuing with her and how everything was going to crumble. And she kept saying to me, if you don't stay with me, I know you're going to come out. You're going to be telling everybody about what was going on with the doctor. I felt like, how dare you accuse me when I've kept all your secrets? What do you want me to do? And all I could think is to show her my loyalty to her is to blow my brains out. My emotions were running so high, and I was hurting. My body was hurting. I didn't know how to operate a gun. I've never had one. And so I just clicked it. I said, what do you want me to do? What is the last thing y'all want me to do? What is the last thing your family wants me to do? You want me to kill myself? Because I'll just do it. And I got the gun and she said, no, Yolanda. And she went to the door. And when she went to the door, I said, don't close the door. And pow, it went. My decisions were my decisions, but the consequences are also mine. And I'm regretful for all of that. If I could turn time, if I could turn the clock, I think that a lot of things would not be as they were. And I want the people to know that I miss Selena just like they do. So much. But I know I'll see her again in heaven. I know I will. She didn't deserve to die. She didn't deserve that.
It's hard for me now to sit through this woman's interviews because I'm like, gosh, I just think such bad thoughts about her. Because I think my thing is, why even have a weapon if you weren't planning to take her out? Or maybe she was planning to take both of them out. I don't know. It just always sounded so weird to me. Especially if it's somebody that you love, that you admire. You're going to do that in front of somebody and scar them for the rest of their life. Let's just say it happened that way. So you're going to do this in front of this young woman and make her feel guilty because you were stealing from her. So you were going to do that in front of her and make her feel guilty. And she was just going to have to live with the guilt for the rest of, her life. But that doesn't sound like you love her. It doesn't sound like a friend to me. So I just think it's all just bull. Like, I don't know how to handle a firearm. I don't use firearms. So I don't really know how to, I don't know. I just never believed that. But then my thing is still, why have it out? Why have it cocked, pointed, whatever you want to say? Why even have it out during that, that meeting if it wasn't to harm her? In my opinion, I just think it's reckless. It's selfish. I just feel like she's never really taken full accountability. I think, or maybe she did think about it in detail, and maybe she thought she would get away with manslaughter because it's an accident. But nah, baby, not here, not in Texas. Not in Texas. She didn't think that one all the way through. But what I will say is that I'm very happy that her family has gotten justice, that they're continuing to get justice. I just think that's a hurt that it doesn't ever heal. I think you know how to deal with it better, but I'm sure that this feels as fresh as, like it just happened for them. I can't imagine what her former husband, has went through, and her brother, her sister. It's just a really sad, unfortunate situation. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Leave your thoughts and comments below, and of course, again, I'm very happy that Selena's family is getting justice, and rest in peace to her.